teachers! I'm here to talk about rewards and props. I have finally joined the boat on laminating and magnetizing all of my props. So, I don't have a fancy dancy laminator machine, but I do use contact paper. You can get a roll of this for a couple dollars at Walmart or whatever. And this thing was about twice as thick. I've finally used half of it, and I got a lot more left to do. And yeah, it's really inexpensive. So I printed off different things that I want to use for assessment props, for just any kind of lesson props. Okay, and then I cut them out. So I have a little box of cut out props. And right now I'm just using regular paper. Eventually I might invest in cardstock, but regular paper works fine, especially for the small things. Okay, so what I do is I grab me a hard surface. My table works fine, a tray works fine, whatever. And I look at the size of my props. And these are about 2 to 3 inches. What's nice is that the contact paper come in these squares, 1-inch squares. I only want to cut out enough that my prop can lay on top of it with just a little bit extra. Okay? Because it's important that when you adhere the sticky sides to each other, there's a little bit of border for them to stick. Okay? So I have these cool dogs somebody posted, and I have a thin layer of contact paper on the outside. If you cut too close to the paper, it will start to peel off. So make sure you leave a border. Okay? So I looked at the roll and I measured, about, and I decided that 3 or 4 inches was perfect. Okay? So now time to peel. There is a lined side and a shiny side. The shiny side is like the sticker side. Okay, so you have to peel it off. You can use a little tool, you can use your fingernails. This is the hardest part of it. You can get it. Okay, and you just peel it off. Now one side's fine, one side is sticky. Put the sticky side up on your tray. Okay, and see if I can show you this tray. Okay, I'll show you in a minute when I put things on. And I'm going to just put this on like this. Here is my sticky side. You can do them print side up or print side down. It doesn't really matter. Just know that if you peel it off, you might peel some of the ink off or some of the back off. So that's one side. I cut the same size, 4 inches across for the second side, the back. And I peel it off, which, like I said, is the hardest part. You need fingernails for this one. And you very carefully place this on top. Okay, so kind of line it up. I wish I could show you what I'm doing, but I can't. Okay, so it's lined up. Lined up. And then you smooth it out. You get your fingers all in there. You can even take like an old credit card or, some kind of card and go smooth it out. Okay, so there's that. It has shiny on both sides. Then it's time to cut out. And remember, leave a little bit of a border. Just kind of come around here. There we go. It's done. Eek. Look, I got watermelon. Now, on the back, I want to stick a magnet. I finally invested in neodymium magnets. I realized they weren't that expensive. Okay, I was using all of these backs of these old Dollar Tree magnets, and they're great, they're fine, but they're not very strong. You can't layer them together. And that was my my issue that I didn't really like, because, see, here's a little bucket. I wanted to make some pieces for like the assessments or whatever, and I use these on the back, the old magnets. Well, they just kind of fall everywhere. By using the neodymium magnets, these little tiny, very strong ones, they stack on top of each other. And there's the whole pile right there of the game map and the levels, and look, they're not going anywhere. Wow! Which one would you rather have? Yeah. So, neodymium magnets. They're great. You can find them on Amazon, on eBay, on banggood.com, or on Wish. I got them off the Wish app, which is delivered from China. So it takes a few weeks to get here, but to me it's worth it. Sometimes you can find sellers who do it for free or for $1 for the item, and then you pay shipping, which is another $2 to $3. So I got a little baggie of 50 magnets for free, plus $2 shipping. You know, you gotta get the deals. And I waited a while to get them, and then now I can use them. So $2 for 50, that's pretty good. Because I was getting those sticky back big magnets from Walmart, 9 for $2. And they weren't that strong. I mean, they're strong, but you know, these are stronger. One thing I did not know about neodymium magnets is they have many, many sizes. Ooh. They're millimeters. Okay, so it measures this side first, the surface area first, and then it measures the thickness. Okay, so the first time I thought, I go, oh, 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter, nice and small, that'd be great. Yeah, they're way too tiny for me. Some people love them, that's fine. For me, they're way too tiny. I'm going to use them, I'll find a use for them, but put them on the backs of these, and they're so tiny, so tiny. So I would not recommend those. I like ones with enough surface area that you can stack them, but not too much that they're too big. So right now my go-to is 6 millimeters. So 6 millimeters. And that to me is a good size. Okay, it's not too small, not too big. You can go 5, 4, 8. So you want to go for the round first. And take a ruler and figure out, you know, how much it would really take up the space. Okay, so 6 millimeters is like this. Next, you want to think of your thickness. Thicker can be stronger, but thicker can also be bulkier. These right here are the 1 millimeter thick. This is like 10 sheets of paper, and it's only about as thick as my finger. Okay, that's the 1 millimeter. If you go 2 millimeters, it's double the thickness. Okay, so I have a 1 millimeter and a 2 millimeter. Can you guys kind of see that, you know, 2 is fatter? So the pile will be thicker. It could be stronger. So if I wanted to use them on my cover, this is 1 millimeter. I might do 2 millimeters for the covers to go on top of things, to hide things. But see, this way I can have them all on the back, and then I can just cover them for them to uncover later. And I like the fact that they can stack together into one neat pile, because it really helps me with my props. Instead of having to have all these baggies of, you know, random magnets, I can have one neat pile. Think, and it won't go anywhere. So to me, it was worth the investment. And I went cheap on how to attach them. I just used tape. I just put a piece of Scotch tape over it and pressed really firmly, and then you've got it. Okay, one more thing, then we'll say goodbye. These magnets are polarized. They have a north and a south end. If you try to put them on the wrong end, they won't stick. They'll just kind of move away. So you have to make sure that they are lined up. Okay, let me show you a little bit, because, you know, examples are great. If you try to go end to end, it'll snap. Great. and it'll stack. If you turn it around, they resist. So if you find that your cute little stacks are resisting each other, peel off the tape, turn the magnet around, put it back on, and then they'll stack. Okay? So I've now joined the neodymium magnet movement, and I'm loving it. I'm loving being able to print off my props, putting contact paper over them, putting magnets on the back, and I've got the whole stack for the whole unit right there. There you are. Thanks for watching.